Hey, Mum, Dad, I became a driver. And this girl is Pyra. You will never take her!
Sword! Hello, everyone! Welcome to PST Channel, Game Story, Movie Style, for your busy days. Previously in Xenoblade, story ends with the new world births, no god, and no more vision of the future, thus, begin a newborn world. This time we present Xenoblade Chronicles 2. We will see what's happening in this new world. Let's enjoy! Alrest, a world blanketed by a sea of cloud, features the world tree piercing the heavens. Rex, a young salvager, finishes a salvage job. He pries open a metal box and finds a monster, which he defeats for a meal. Rex lives on Titan Beast, Azurda. Legend told of a time when all Alrest's people lived together on the World Tree with the Divine Architect. It was a bountiful Elysium, a paradise commanded by its inhabitants. But for an unknown reason, they were cast out to Alrest. Nearing extinction, the Divine Architect sent the Titans to save them. Now, these Titans are almost gone. When a Titan falls without people's evacuation, people will perish. Azurda was born in Alrest. He tells Rex that if Elysium's real, would eliminate the need for conflict. At the Argentum Trade Guild, Rex trades salvage for penny. He learns military supplies yield better penny, as the more Ardain and Uriah truce is fragile. Rex, uninterested, asks a Nopon clerk to send his earnings to Corinne in Fonset village. Chairman Bana requests a meeting and offers Rex 200,000 for a salvage job. He introduces Torna, a team of veterans. They test Rex's skills learned from Azurda, and accept him. Bana provides the vessel Maelstrom for transport. On board, Nia introduces herself. Rex shares his Elysium quest, explaining Titans dwindle, threatening to sink everyone into the Cloud Sea. Reaching the target area, Rex pinpoints the salvage location to raise an ancient ship. Torna orders Rex to follow them inside. They find Adam's crest on the gate, unlockable only by Rex's type. Inside, a sword and a caged girl appear. Torna calls her Aegis. As Rex touches the sword, Jean fatally wounds him and shatters the blade. Malos summons Minoceros, their aircraft, and prepares to extract Aegis. In a dream, Rex encounters Aegis, who names herself Pyra. They stand in Elysium. She knows Rex's name through the sword's connection. Pyra implores him to guide her to Elysium atop the World Tree. In return, she offers half her life force to revive him as the Aegis driver and save their dying world. Rex agrees, restoring the sword. Meanwhile, Malos orders Nia to eliminate the salvage team, safeguarding Aegis's secret. Nia refuses. Aegis breaks free, and Rex leaves from the ancient ship. Rex confronts Malos while Jean battles Pyra, buying time for the others' escape. As Malos threatens Rex, Nia and Dromark intervene. Pyra then attacks Malos with the sword. He flashes back to memories with her from 500 years prior, determined to prevent him reaching Elysium. Minoceros fires a gunshot, striking Nia as she shields Rex and Pyra. Rex saves Nia from falling. Azurda attacks Minoceros. Azurda, Jean, and Malos recognize each other. Pyra, Rex, and Nia escape on Dromark, riding Azurda away. Bana, learning of Rex's escape with the core crystal from Pupunin, is furious. He believes they are heading to Gormott via the Cyclus Sea. Doug Hall contacts Bana, discussing the lost core crystal.
Still you persist. And is that Malos?
Azurda.
Rex and Pyra are separated from Azurda and Nia. They find Azurda gravely injured.
Grabs! Grabs!
I told you not to cry, didn't I, Rex? Rex. Rex.
Grabs! Rex!
Reverting to a larval stage by cell regeneration process for vitals secured. He estimates 300 years to fully recover. Rex now worries about home and rent instead. Continuing their journey, they rescue Nia from a monster and camp for the night. Azurda recognizes Pyra, who reveals her mission to find Elysium and stop Jean and Malos, a path that unavoidably involves Rex. Morning arrives, and Nia reveals they are in Gormott, an Ardanian Empire province, her homeland. Reaching Toraigoth City, Nia hesitates to accompany them further, fearing recognition by her crew, her only family. She angrily tears down a wanted poster misrepresenting her. Rex overhears a more Ardane military driver recruitment for Emperor Neil. They witness the recruitment process. Unqualified individuals touching a core crystal are gravely injured, while apt candidates bond with weapons and partners. Pyra, however, is a legendary blade. Empire soldiers arrest the party, accusing Nia of Torna affiliation and Rex of being an unregistered driver. Brigid, the Empire's strongest blade, confronts them. Soldiers deploy ether nets, suppressing Nia and Dramarka's ether abilities, a blade weakness. Nia urges Rex and Pyra to escape. A Nopon named Tora suddenly saves them. A soldier reports to Duck Hall about Nia but is rebuked for targeting the wrong person. Duck Hall wants Pyra. Rex asks Tora about Gormott's prisoner confinement, seeking to aid Nia. Tora insists on dinner first, and Pyra volunteers to cook. Tora questions Pyra's ether, noting it's not fire but something more complex. A warship from the Empire arrives, carrying Special Inquisitor Morag, Emperor's representative, to meet Duck Hall. Her mission: retrieve Aegis. Tora learns Nia and Dramark are to be executed on the warship at the army port. They plan a nighttime infiltration via the cargo entrance. Tora introduces his artificial blade, created due to his driver unsuitability. He seeks driver success to bring his father home. His blade lacks parts, requiring donations, which Rex promises to provide. Tora completes his artificial blade, naming her Poppy. Duck Hall, aiming to outmaneuver Morag and return to Morardane in triumph, plots to capture Pyra, unaware of Brigid eavesdropping. Rex sneaks onto the warship using a wire sling. He jokes about Pyra's weight, but Poppy assists their ascent. Aboard, Poppy senses another blade, aiding their rescue of Dramark and Nia from jail. At the exit, Duck Hall and his blade block them. The blade's regeneration makes it a living shield. However, its core reverts if Duck Hall dies. Ignoring his blade's feelings, Duck Hall is defeated. Exiting the army port, Morag, the Empire's most powerful driver, and Brigid attack. Morag aims to neutralize Aegis's power, fearing a repeat of the Aegis War 500 years prior, which sank 3 Titans.
The water tank. So that's their plan.
Rex vows to protect Pyra. His wound resonates with Pyra while fighting. Rex destroys a water tank, suppressing Brigid's fire ether, and the party retreats. Morag decides leaving Aegis with Rex temporarily is worthwhile. Inside the port, Nia bids farewell. Suddenly, Rex declares his goal, returning Pyra to Elysium. With every nation wanting her as a weapon, he must protect her and prove Elysium's existence to prevent war. Admitting he needs help, he convinces Nia to join his quest. Minoceros reaches Torna's base. Malos greets Akos, who has heard of Aegis. Akos directs Abrona, his blade, to locate Rex's group. They detect other core crystals heading to Indal. Jean will handle them, leaving Aegis to Akos. Rex reveals the Cloud Sea Compass, a map, but they need an airship to reach Gormott, closest to the World Tree. Tora suggests shipbuilder at Bum Bum, his name's Yuman, his grandfather's friend. Yuman has an unfinished ship and tasks the party with finding missing parts. After acquiring the airship, they fly towards the World Tree. Rex evades Ophion, a wandering monster, only for Uriah's Titan to swallow their airship. Drawmark suggests seeking Urians living on the Titan's back to find a way up. Arriving in the kingdom of Uriah, Pyra senses a light source above the Cloud Sea. Urian people attack them. Vandam, waiting for Pyra's energy to wane, almost defeats Rex but stops, claiming he just wanted to test the legendary Aegis. Vandam leads them to Garfont, explaining he sources village supplies from the beast's belly. He trains blades and drivers in Garfont for global dispatch missions. Vandam trains the party in mercenary skills. They defeat Blades, witnessing their reversion to core crystals. Vandam explains core crystals can re-become blades when resonating with new drivers, but memories are lost, reborn as new blades. He brings a new core crystal from a dead Titan to Garfont. Rex questions Pyra's sustained human form. Vandam notes he's never seen a blade share wounds with a driver like Rex and Pyra. Normally, blades are immortal if crystals and drivers are unharmed. When Rex speaks of Elysium, Akos intervenes. Vandam despises Torna for killing drivers, including his crew, to collect core crystals. Akos retreats after being outnumbered. Pyra is exhausted from power loss. Pyra recovers in the morning. Nia asks Rex to join her in telling Vandam about her Torna past. Vandam says he's seen many types of people. There's no justice in war, mercenaries protect their own people. Nia is now with Rex's group. Vandam mentions a friend in the Urian capital who might know the path to Elysium. He guides them towards the capital, entrusting Garfont to subordinates, unaware of stalkers. On a Titan, Jean swiftly slaughters drivers and infiltrates a core crystal storage, causing the Titan to fall. Meanwhile, the party encounters stalkers. Zeke introduces himself, his blade Pandoria, and his pet Turters, then is seemingly defeated.
Ultimate Lightning Fury Slash!
Zeke unleashes immense power, shattering the ground beneath him and Pandoria, plunging them downwards. Arriving at Fonsamima capital, Nia is displeased by the Ardanians weaponizing the Titan with metal. Azurda comments that such pain is tolerated when living with humans. At the distribution center, the party witnesses soldiers oppressing townspeople over limited resources. Intervening, they realize the soldiers are aware of Pyra's emerald crystal. Vandam mentions rumors about Pyra are spread by a Nopon merchant. Exploring the town, they watch a theater performance about the Aegis legend. It tells of the Aegis, servant of the architect, who lent her power to Adam to fight darkness. Despite defeating the darkness, 3 continents tragically sank beneath the Cloud Sea forever. Vandam leads the party to meet his friend named Cole, the Rolls Rider. Cole tells Pyra that only a man who obtained her power 500 years ago ascended the World Tree and met the architect long ago. Does Pyra remember him? She calls Cole by his true name, Minoth. After everyone leaves, Malos and Akos approach Minoth, offering extended life for his Torna support. He refuses, unaware his granddaughter Iona is eavesdropping. Iona then asks Akos to aid Minoth. Malos kidnaps Iona, demanding Pyra come alone to rescue her. Minoth reveals to the party that Iona was taken to Alephra ruins. These ruins are where Adam led his resistance and awakened Aegis 500 years prior. Reaching Alephra ruins, the party finds Malos attacking Pyra, seeking her power. Rex intervenes as Vandam secures Iona. Akos disrupts the ether flow, nullifying Aegis power between Pyra and Rex's weapon and all other blades and drivers' powers. Akos declares Jin's desire to erase humanity, blaming them for endless war. Torna believes this is the Architect's will, ignoring Pyra's objections.
Are you ready, Rex? Another lesson for ya! Something else you could do with a blade.
As the party falters, Vandam sacrifices himself, channeling ether through his body. He battles Torna, urging Rex to escape.
What? Bastard!
He's channeling the energy from his weapon through his body.
Nothing you can do to stop this ether flow. Nothing at all.
Rex watches Vandam vanish and furiously attacks Malos.
So long, kid! What?
Pyra then unleashes her true power, transforming into Mithra. She channels energy from the artifice, Siren.
Pyra? What is this? You can't rewrite the act now. It's too late.
Rex gains foresight, predicting enemy movements and overwhelming them. Though the enemies retreat, Vandam is lost forever. Pyra reveals the Aegis' history. A man climbed the world tree but found nothing in Elysium. He returned with 2 Aegis core crystals, Pyra's and Malos's. He awakened Malos, whose nature was annihilation. To counter him, Adam, hero of Torna, awakened Mithra. Their battle caused the Aegis War 500 years ago, sinking 3 continents. Afterward, Adam hid Pyra's dormant body in an ancient ship, sinking it to prevent power misuse. Pyra calls Mithra her sister, communicating in dreams about reclaiming Elysium after reawakening. Mithra, sealed away, was roused to save Rex. Pyra's power is merely droplets of Mithra's sealed energy. Now, they must defeat Malos. Minoth gives Rex his driver's dagger, said to point the way to Elysium, and suggests Zendal. Minoth is a cursed fresh-eater blade, fused with human cells, an ancient, failed experiment for unique blade powers. He lost immortality and ages normally. Rex asks Minoth to chronicle Vandam's story. Rex decides to return to Argentum by guild ship, then to Mor Ardain, and finally to Praetorium. On the ship, Mithra sleepwalks into Rex's bed, creating romantic tension with the Aegis sisters. Morag reports to Emperor Neil about Aegis in his palace. Neil wishes to meet Rex. Emperor's Blade Aegean informs Morag of a Jin's third attack on core crystal cargo ships bound for Praetorium. Separately, the Senate, led by pro-war Senator Rodrich, has resumed judicium excavation. Neil wants to avoid provoking Uriah. Morag must capture Jean and subdue the Senate. On the way, Vandam's crystal is pickpocket for Rex. The party tracks the thief, Reese, who seeks the crystal to avenge bandits who raided his village, Cordell, for water. Reese's friend reveals bandits plan to attack Toraigoth, hiding in Twin Trunks Hill Cave. The party decides to handle the bandits. Rex instructs Reese to alert city guards about the water tank attackers hiding in Twin Trunks Hill, planning to lure guards to capture them. Rex activates Vandam's crystal, bonding with Rock as his blade. Rock's power is needed to dispel the wind vortex blocking the cave entrance. After defeating the bandits, the party leaves to negotiate with the guild to settle Reese's debt. Arriving in the Empire of Morardane, Tora meets Mui Mui, Nopon assistant to Professor Susu, Tora's grandfather. Mui Mui recognizes the artificial blade blueprints from Tora's father and grandfather. He recounts the lab attack. Returning from an errand, he found Susu dead, but Professor Tatazo, Tora's father, was missing. The city is shaken by an impact. In the inn, Mithra appears, stating she will stay with Rex to help him control her power. They witness city guards fighting Lila, an artificial blade created by Susu and Tatazo. The party defeats Lila, and she retreats. Tora explains his father gave him artificial blade blueprints when the intruder attacked. He believes Lila was the target, but being unfinished then, only Tatazo could complete her, suggesting his father is captive. Morag and Imperial guards arrive, mistaking Poppy for Lila. Rex defeats Morag, but she persists. Nira from Argentum Guild Intelligence intervenes, vouching for the party. Morag apologizes and requests collaboration to capture the artificial blade and find the culprit. Rex agrees, hoping to rescue Tatazo. Mithra mentions fighting Brigid before, but Brigid doesn't recall it. Morag reveals a Nopon merchant is involved. Rex realizes it's Bana. Going to rescue Tatazo, they again encounter Zeke. This time, Zeke's power causes a giant rock slide, driving them away. Meanwhile, Bana plans to produce 1,000 ether furnaces with core chips based on Tatazo's Lila design. He intends to sell them to Torna. Mui Mui protests, mentioning Roderich's Senate funding, but Bana ignores him, focused on profit. At the abandoned factory, Tora rescues Tatazo, held captive by Mui Mui. Mui Mui confesses he lured the party, wanting Susu's ether furnace design within Poppy. Defeating Mui Mui, Tatazo reveals Mui Mui sold labs info to Bana. Bana appears, wanting Aegis replicas for profit and summons Lila. As Poppy is about to strike Lila decisively, Tatazo shields her, considering Lila Susu's memento. Bana forces Lila to fight, overloading her. Bana and Mui Mui then control Rosa, a gigantic artificial blade, to battle the party. As the party struggles, an enhanced Poppy, empowered by Lila's ether furnace, defeats Rosa, saving other artificial blades. The party compels Bana to halt artificial blades production. Petroka and Mikhail from Torna intervene. With Morag and Mithra's aid, they defeat them. Petroka is enraged by her blade's destruction, her power surges but is suppressed by an Indoline girl, Fan. Morag identifies Fan as the Praetorium's goddess. Enemies retreat. Jean enters a core crystal storage, meeting Laura. Laura is Fan's former driver, living with Jean in Adam's camp 500 years ago. Fan invites Rex to Praetorium, which manages all Alrest's blades and drivers. Praetor Amalthus, Mollus's driver, wishes to meet Rex, Aegis's driver. Minitha's dagger also belongs to the Praetor. Dromark notes this is possible due to Indoline's longer lifespans. Mithra recalls Fan's former name, Hayes, and her crystal's unusual shape, but Fan has no memories. Jean tells Mollus he now hears Blade's voices. Akos learns of the Empire's excavation on Judicium Titan, a continent destroyed in the Aegis War, where flesh-eaters originated. The party journeys to Indal through Cloud Mountains, passing Rex's hometown, Fonset Village. In Temperantia, Senator Rodrich discusses weaponizing Titans with sedatives and metal, seeking fresh-eater technology for life extension. He plans to visit Indal soon. In Fonset, Rex takes Pyra to his parents' graves. Pyra learns from Rex's aunt, Corinne, that a 2-year-old Rex washed ashore with his mother, who died shortly after. His father's body was found near the Titan. Leaving Fonset, they encounter Thunderbolt Zeke. Morag calls him Tantal's crown prince and a powerful driver. He demonstrates his strength. After battling, he admits he's monitoring Aegis as Indal's envoy. He then missteps, falling into the Cloud Sea. Arriving at Indoline Praetorium, the party witnesses anti-Blade refugee protests. Praetorium's core crystal's distribution to other nations fuels war. Rex notes many Gormati refugees, displaced by the decade-old Gormati War. Resting inside Praetorium, Pyra shares tales of Adam's heroism. Mithra sees Rex's similarity to Adam. In the morning, they meet Praetor Amalthus. He seems influenced by Malos when questioned about Elysium, claiming emptiness but offering help. He believes Rex might reach the Architect to save their dying world. In Temperantia, Jean infiltrates the Empire's excavation, moving a weaponized Titan. Brigid learns Rodrich visited Praetorium last night, off the record. Morag suspects a Roderich Malthus deal. Amalthus summons the party, discussing Temperantia, the demilitarized zone between Mor Ardain and Uriah, being attacked by an Empire Titan, controlled by Jean. Morag excuses herself to interrogate Rodrich, with the party accompanying her at Amalthus's request. Rodrich admits continued excavation due to Empire resource shortages, but denies warring with Uriah without the Emperor's approval. Mithra recognizes Torna's advantage from this war. The party resolves to stop Torna. Among the fallen at Temperantia, the party plans to stop the weaponized Titan. They will jump onto its back to sever the energy cable, avoiding explosive gas, while Fan immobilizes the Titan. On the Titan, they succeed, but Jean attacks. Mithra questions why Jean, Torna's strongest blade, serves Malos. Jean blames Mithra for sealing herself, causing Laura's demise 500 years ago. Removing his mask, he reveals an abnormal crystal on his forehead. Even Fan cannot restrain him, he stabs her core crystal. Her touch triggers a memory of Laura and Jean, causing him to recoil. Jean accuses Indal of memory removal and enslavement of blades and individuals. He resumes fighting, then stumbles, Akos rescues him. After Torna retreats, Uriah's air forces confront the Empires, but Praetor Amalthus and his giant Titan intervene, halting the war. Emperor Neil of Mor Ardain, Queen Rakra of Uriah, and Crown Prince Ozyclyrus of Tantal attend negotiations, mediated by Praetor Amalthus. Neil cites the Torna terrorist attack, controlling Empire Titans to instigate war, led by Malos, the Aegis. Zeke, Niranira, and Mithra witness these events. Amalthus admits fault for awakening Malos. Mithra believes Malos seeks Elysium to heal Aegis war damages. Torna observes the negotiation, discussing Jin's plan to annihilate mankind, invade Elysium, and kill the Architect. At Fan's funeral, Nia notices her body isn't reverting to a core crystal. Mithra explains that when Blade shares its core with another, part of crystal core shape will transfer to the partner, but Fan's crystal shape was clearly changed, like core was stolen. In the hall, Amalthus summons the party, appointing Rex special envoy to Tantal. He indicates the Great Void on a map, carved by Ophion 500 years ago. Ophion, an artifice and Aegis servant, fell in the Aegis War, but Tantal revived it to guard the World Tree. Only the Omega Fetter in Tantal can rescind Ophion, and it's secured by the royal family. Rex must obtain it before Torna. Zeke reveals Torna, the country, fell 500 years ago. They were Tantal's ancestors. Adam, Torna's hero, fled to Tantal after Pyra slumbered. Indal awakened Fan to counter Tantal after past conflicts. At port, Morag and Brigid inform the party that Bana fled to factory on summit with giant weapons. Rex agrees to stop Bana. They find Bana piloting Giga Rosa, confronting Queen Rakra, intending to accuse the Empire of assassination. Neil and Morag arrive, witnessing Bana's capture. Bana detonates a bomb. Neil calls Aegean to shield everyone, sacrificing himself. Nia asks Dramark to distract others, then revives Neil using her power. Neil permits Morag to join the party. On their ship, Queen Racuna considers Bana's artificial blade. Her subordinates say awakening rates of natural cores are very low, compatible drivers are limited, so Indal's cleansing from Amalthus is necessary to create large numbers of drivers. Raccoona orders immobilization, observing Aegis's awakening. Rex learns from Pandoria that Zeke was abandoned by his father at 15 for his adventurous spirit, contrary to Tantal custom, and was found half-dead by Praetor in Indal. He now returns under the guise of Praetorian business. With Pandoria's token, Tantal's gate opens, and the Titan Genbu appears. Genbu's weak ether vein causes a cold climate. Starvation is rampant due to lockdown against outsiders, only black markets thrive. The kingdom weakens. In the palace, King Eulogimenos orders Aegis captured and the party arrested. He intends to destroy Aegis, preventing another Aegis war. In jail, Rex's power is useless, blocked by a stasis device. Tora amplifies Poppy's ether furnace with Morag's crystal, enabling her to break out. Zeke is outside, finding a rescue route. They reunite. Pyra wakes up and sees ether accelerator artillery aimed at her. Zeke and Poppy redirect the artillery, causing a miss. Eulogimenos admits Adam failed, and his family isn't Adam's bloodline. They claimed Adam's legacy for Tantal's progress. Pyra shows projection of Adam, who foresaw future's chaos and sealed Aegis for humanity's trial. Suddenly, Genbu plunges into the clouds. The ether accelerator's shot damaged Genbu. Omega Fetter can't control him. Humankind cannot withstand deep cloud sea pressure. Pyra proposes fixing Omega Fetter at Genbu's head. Omega Fetter originates from Ophion's control core and Aegis's artifice. Artifices are Aegis's divine powers from Elysium. Many artifices were deployed in the Aegis War, including Mithra's siren and Mollus's mobile weapons. Leaving the control room, Akos, Petroka, and Mikhail arrive for Omega Fetter. As Zeke prepares a final blow, Jean and Mollus intervene. Jean reveals his true form, controlling elementary particles and accelerating his movements. He shatters Mithra's shield and Rex's blade. Torna summons artificial blades from Bana's factory to overwhelm the party. Jean is about to kill Rex, but Pyra controls Siren, leveraging her life to save them. Jean accepts the deal, taking Pyra to open the path to the World Tree. 2 days later, Rex wakes up, depressed by Pyra's sacrifice. He despairs against Torna, but the party urges him to fight. Rex speaks with Eulogimenos. He explains Torna Kingdom split. One faction followed Adam to coexist with Blades and Titans, the other sought Master Tool relations. Upon Adam's return, his rival seized power, controlling Omega Fetter, falsely claiming Adam's lineage. Torna then secluded itself in the Cloud Sea, Praetorium remaining silent for annual core crystal tributes. Tantal creates core crystals by refining Titan's ether veins. Idol used Aegis to threaten Tantal to reveal Adam's overthrow secret, prompting Eulogimenos to destroy Aegis, proving neutral power. He directs Rex to the third Aegis sealed in Letheria. Mollus tells Akos that Pyra gave Rex her core to replace his heart destroyed by Jean. It gathers data about the outside world. Mirrored injuries prove core data exchange. Before ordering Siren, she would have fully transferred her core, letting him live with a complete heart. Aegis can survive briefly without a core crystal, so Jean accepted her deal to prevent her death. Meanwhile, Azurda tells Rex Fonset village was founded by Adam, tasking Azurda to protect the village guardian. Touching the crest, the Spirit Crucible Elpis cavern appears, reacting to Letherians, housing the third Aegis. Mollus seeks to extract core data from Pyra to repair his damaged crystal core. In Spirit Crucible Elpis, Zeke reveals Amalthus's Indal surgery transferred half of Pandoria's core into his heart when he was dying, a Blade Eater technique. During a break, Nia reveals her Gramati noble birth. Her bedridden sister consumed family wealth on cures before dying. Nia recalls being told her sister lived within her spirit, and Dramark was her father's memento. Later, she was captured as a fresh eater before Jean rescued her. Shadows attack the party. Rex is overwhelmed. Nia reveals her blade form, confessing love and protecting him.
Nia.
She's a blade.
Bladiest blade! No,
After defeating the shadows, Rex meets Adam in a dream, similar to Pyra's dream. Adam admits fearing Aegis power, like Pyra and Mithra. He asks Rex to bear their fear, becoming their true driver. Rex finds the third sword, which vanishes. Rex declares he has all he needs. Rex envisions Pyra's location, Meritha, a rotten titan, a shortcut to the World Tree. Pyra's memories are drained to complete Molos's core. Molos gives order to Jean, as Mikhail finishes preparations. He summons Ophion, but Ophion attacks him instead. Defeating Ophion, Molos confronts the party. Molos's power annihilates anything he touches, contrasting Nia's restorative abilities. Nia disrupts Molos's cells, causing him to fall.
Nia! What?
The party reaches Pyra, finding only her powerless shell. Molos returns, joining Jean. Jin's absolute zero power weakens everyone. Rex fends off Molos while communicating with Pyra and Mithra. They reveal their Elysium goal, asking the architect to erase them.
Tell me, do you love this world?
Yes, Nia, Zerda, and you, Rex. I love this world because you're in it.
Well then.
But Rex needs their power to protect the world they love. A new blade manifests in Rex's hand, embodying Mithra and Pyra. They push back Jean.
New sword.
Molos intervenes, declaring himself the Architect's Endbringer, created to erase existence. He seeks to awaken the ultimate artifice, Ion, in Elysium, his sacred duty entrusted by the Architect. Molos summons Ophion to attack Rex and his Aegis, but Siren intervenes, attacking Ophion. The party plummets into the Cloud Sea. At the land of Meritha under Cloud Sea, Rex learns the World Tree's route is the only way up. Rex and Mithra gather their companions. Rex then rescues Jean from monsters, despite his unhealed wound. Mithra heals Jean, discovering he became a flesh eater by incorporating Laura's heart. Recovered, Jean reveals Meritha predates Alrest. It is the Architect's birthplace, and Alrest will share its fate. Rex notices here is full of cybernetic organism monsters. Jean recognizes Torna Kingdom ruins. Rex mentions Tornan Titan matrices, womb-like remains with creatures inside. Jean explains these are blades perished becoming titans. Titans must grow core crystals. Blades aren't truly immortal, born from titans, they return when their lifespan ends, transforming into new titans with memory loss, the Architect's ordained cycle. They reach the sacred foundation of Torna Ruins, a nation where blades and humans coexisted, ending in war with Molos. Jean recounts Amalthus destroying this place with weaponized titans after Adam and Mithra left. Laura was fatally attacked. Jean, refusing to revert to a core crystal, consumed Laura's heart with her consent. Amalthus, fearing Aegis and blade power, annihilated Torna's remnants after Molos's defeat. This fueled Jin's human hatred and alliance with Molos. Amalthus desires the Architect's power to eradicate blades and titans. A giant cybernetic organism attacks. Rejoining Zeke's group, they defeat it. Rex collects its name card. Torna's ship, Monoceros, arrives for Jean. He halts Torna's attack on the party and departs. The party finds a World Tree elevator activated by Aegis power. Amal thus recalls his mother pushed him off a cliff to save him from bandits, made him fear cruelty of beings. Now, he commands Titan armies to attack Monoceros. Mikhail prepares artificial blades and gunshots in response, dropping Jean and Malos at the boundary layer near the World Tree. Jean asks Mikhail to protect Laura. The party encounters Indoline warrior monks. Amal thus orders them to destroy Monoceros, but Rex aims only to reach the World Tree and stop Jean. The monks, displeased by their disobedience, attack but are defeated. Amal thus appears as a projection, using Fan's another half-core crystal to suppress the party's power and control Mithra's crystal, summoning an artifice to attack Monoceros. Amal thus is Malos' driver, a master blade. He can control all living blades and titans, except artificial ones. Mithra resists, deflecting the attack, realizing Rex has power like Amal thus. During battle between artifices and artificial blades, Rex uses his power to counter Amalthus's blade control. Amal thus directs more Ardain Titan and others to attack the World Tree. The attack misses the party. Morag notes more Ardain Titans nearing lifespan end. Further energy loss will cause its fall and the Empire's collapse. Neil orders citizen evacuation. Rex spots light pillars on Titans. The party must destroy them to break Amalthus's Titan control. Mikhail tells Akos and Petroka to save Jean and Malos, while he stays in Monoceros to fight Amalthus. Using Lost Torna technology, Monoceros transforms into a mechanical titan, and Mikhail attacks Indal. Mikhail is a blade eater, created by Amalthus, meant to be disposed of long ago. Enraged, Amalthus fires a titan gunshot at the party. Mikhail shields them with Monoceros. He urges them to save Jean.
Amalthus, time to end this!
The party confronts Jean. Rex refutes Jin's cycle of humanity's destruction theory, claiming Blade's existence is to break that cycle. Then Jean is defeated.
Guilty Road!
Much appreciated.
Me first! Pyra!
I've got this.
Time for a Zeke special!
Take the... Here! Excellent! Get him, Morag!
Very well. In I go!
Excellent!
Akos arrives, asking Nia to heal Jean, while Petroka is attacked by a cybernetic Amalthus. Akos and Jean fight him.
Your duty is as dust in the wind compared to my destiny.
Before disappearing, Jean asks Rex to stop Malos, who seeks his identity. Before this universe, Artifices battled, preparing the conduit to activate Ion as a trump card. Scientists Klaus and Galia began a universe-birthing experiment via the conduit, believing it a gateway to a new world, transforming them. Galia argued it was only a meta-universe manifold. Atop the World Tree, Elysium is desolate. Pyra is shocked, unlike her memories. In a deserted building, Rex witnesses delusions of everyone's selfishness, questioning his resolve. Finally, the architect, Klaus, summons the party. Klaus created the delusions to probe hearts, revealing their fears. He sought human change, and the party hasn't disappointed him. Klaus admits his conduit experiment stemmed from lost hope in mankind, forever struggling with desires. The conduit linked endless parallel universes, each unaware, offering infinite possibilities. Activating it, his world became Maritha's ruins. Everything, including half his body, vanished into dimensions. Cybernetic organisms are survivors. Half of him exists elsewhere, nearing demise. His folly cost him everything. He wants to atone by restoring this world. Klaus created the Cloud Sea, a restorative particulate substance, disassembling matter and rebuilding it in the image of this world. He gathered ancient brain cell vessels, core crystals, scattering them across the Cloud Sea. They became titans and life forms with Cloud Sea abilities. The World Tree was their token. To prevent past errors, blades were born. Ontus, Logos, and Numa, Trinity processor cores, were the cornerstone. Ontus triggered a space-time transition and vanished. Logos and Numa managed blades via transition info of experiences and emotions through core crystals, evolution code for further evolved blades, the life cycle created by Architect. 500 years ago, Klaus let Amalthus bring Logos, Malos, and Numa, Pyra/Mithra, to the Cloud Sea, as it was fated. It forged a new bond between Rex and Numa to wield conduit power. Malos controls Siren to attack Elysium. Klaus says Malos's impulse stems from Amalthus's despair. He transfers Elysium's data and authorizations to Numa to stop Malos, telling Rex the conduit and he will soon vanish. Rex will lose its power forever. Numa tells Rex Malos will use Ion to destroy the world, while Siren's army attacks Alrest. The party confronts Malos. Rex feels Malos' anger, but it's not from his own will, he simply bursts out the others' feelings. Rex urges Malos to connect and move forward. Malos summons Ion, battling the party, and is defeated.
I'll make sure you're dead! Thunder beam!
What would you have me do?
I'll wipe your chunks out!
As you wish.
Pyra, let's go!
Rex, I'm with you! Burning sword!
X-Star!
After the conduit vanishes with Klaus, Elysium's sustaining power is cut off. Elysium will be flung into space, the World Tree and everything below collapsing onto Alrest. Numa lies about a solution, launching a booster in the control room to accelerate the World Tree. She directs everyone to escape vessels instead. Numa severs the bridge to the World Tree. Staying behind to use Ion's last power to annihilate the World Tree, preventing its fall onto Alrest. Numa asks Poppy not to bring Rex back to her and retrieves her core crystal power from Rex.
Pyra? What are you doing there? Where's the control room? Pyra! You can't mean...
Everyone boards escape vessels as Numa activates Ion to destroy World Tree. The impact opens the escape vessel's gate. Everyone is about to fall when Azurda reverts into Titan form and catches them. They see the Cloud Sea and Titans gone, only Maritha land remains.
Look!
But in the sea around Maritha, Titans transform into Land of Continents, the Architect's final gift, returning Elysium to his creatures. Amidst World Tree fragments, Numa's core crystal shines brightly. Pyra and Mithra reappear before Rex. Everyone welcomes them back with smiles. On next, we will have Xenoblade 3, which will collide between the world of Xenoblade 1 and 2 lore together. I can't wait for it already. Please stay tuned! If you enjoy this video, please like and subscribe for more movie-style game stories. We cover everything from classic RPGs like Final Fantasy to the latest mobile and MMO. Life's busy, so we keep games short and sweet. Get the story without the time commitment, a quarter of the time, all the fun. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon!